Hey guys, welcome to G&A Podcast. We're your hosts, Soberoni, and
Desu.
we are here to continue our week in anime, second week of the fall season.
Yeah,
it is the second week. Yes, it is.
Yeah, we got some shit.
A lot of the order is drastically different. So apparently there was a shakeup in the scores, the user scores for all the shows.
And I'm actually very happy with the changes. I feel like that actually greatly it greatly reflects, at least my feelings on the show.
The season?
Yeah.
Ooh, you must have some really negative feelings about Ousama Game.
No, not really.
And we are going to cover Fate Apocrypha this time around, but it's going to be episode 14, not 15, because as we're recording, episode 15 is still not subbed. So,
yeah. If you guys have been watching, we talked about that all the time, about that being a problem. So once again, don't hate us, hate the subs who take forever.
Anywho, let's just go straight into Kekkai Sensen and Beyond episode 2. And this was a weird as fuck episode, even by Kekkai Sensen standards.
But was it really?
Yes, it was fucking weird. First of all, maybe like I wasn't paying attention as much, but I did not know they were doing a flashback for like half the episode, and I was like, what the fuck is going
on? Okay, so you definitely weren't paying attention.
No, but then I had to go. I watched this episode twice. I had to go back and rewatch it because at first I was like, wait, what the fuck's going on? And it still was kind of like just a weird episode. It was really weird, which isn't very descriptive when it comes to this show, but just even for the normal weirdness, this was weird.
I just really like the name of the female doctor, Luciana Estevez.
Yes, that was a great name.
10 out of 10 name.
I mean, it was kind of like this whole enemy of the week type of thing, but I don't know. It's just, I can't put my finger on what it was about. I mean, it was a good episode, but just something about it didn't flow right for me. I don't know. Maybe it's the dog.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I will say that the explanation as to why the dog is coming back and their connections to the dog was a little confusing for me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was just hungover all day today. And I just couldn't comprehend it. But the explanation was like a little weird.
Maybe it was convoluted in that sense. I think it felt like very convoluted. Yeah.
I feel like they should just made a simpler reason for why they're going to attack the hospital again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was it. I think the premises are usually of these episodes are really simple, like with the last week's episode.
I mean, but like I said, besides that one fact, other than that, the whole thing was very simple. It was like, oh, he's going to this hospital. Whoa, Steven and Klaus have history with it. Flashback that shows history, and then history repeating itself, but with a different outcome. Like that was it. That's it.
Yeah, I just felt like the reasoning behind it was just kind of off. Is all.
Yeah.
Either way, I like Klaus. I like Steven. So having them have an episode is pretty dope.
Yeah, like I really like his personality. Just both of them. I like everyone's personality in general.
Good chemistry. There's good character chemistry. Even was his name was it Zap?
Yeah, for the 5 seconds he had, he was very funny the entire time.
Zap is great. Estevez was great. I was like, oh man, I hope she joins the team for some reason.
I love how they're just doing episodes where there's not even like an actual like premise. Like they don't have any explanation. They just you're just like halfway thrown into the plot.
Yeah. You know what I really like? They did a callback to season 1 with Leonardo seeing the vampire's name and giving the true name out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, that's dope. It was reference to season 1 when he did that. So at least they're consistent in that sense.
Yeah, well, that as of now, that's like the only way to kill them. Well, to kill them. Yeah. They don't kill them, to seal them away.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I enjoyed the episode.
I think it was a really good episode. I still think that we need a chain episode. I don't think there was a chain episode in the first season. She's just kind of lingering there.
Yeah, no, I agree. It would be good for her to have one. Although because I too just like her as a character. She doesn't have many moments, but the ones that she have are always good.
Yeah, she makes the most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there was that love sign in the, which was dope because I saw that in Manhattan the other day.
Oh yeah. Yes. Once again, great attention to New York City details.
Yep.
Anything else, or are we moving on?
I think we should move on. Next up is Himouto Umaru-chan R, episode 2.
I didn't. I don't have anything bad to say about this episode. It was just very. It was very funny. I liked. I really liked the Alex.
Oh yeah, Sophie's brother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sylph's brother, or presumed to be Sylph's brother. Yeah, just them like he's just really amusing. Lots of I forget his name. The other coworker.
I forget his name too.
Yeah, he has some really weird names.
Bomber.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, a lot of him in this episode.
Only for like the first half.
Huh?
Only like the first part.
And the second part with the ear picking.
Oh, right. I actually, there's so many little segments in this that I always forget them.
Yeah, there's a lot. I kept thinking it feels like this was like 3 episodes I just watched.
It feels like more than that. I swear there was at least 5 mini episodes in this episode.
Yeah, I think that'd be like my own. That'd be it's weird. I'd rather it have just like have like 1 or 2 like stories and then like go into real detail about them.
Yeah, but I think I prefer that too.
But I will say for an episode that where it had like so many like little stories, each one of them, none of them seemed too lacking. Like they're all like very funny, very chuckles, very cute, very this, very that. None of them were actually bad, in my opinion.
I think my favorite one was the movie theater one. I think like I don't know, for some reason
that was really good too.
Yeah, whenever they're all together, it's super cute. Like I love when they're all 4 of them are together.
Yeah, which I know they're gonna push for more of that now. Which
that's the direction it's heading. I do think it was less comedy than the first episode. This was more like just I don't know, like a slice of lifey, chill episode.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah, there was no real laugh out loud, crazy moments.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the whole ear picking thing that just made zero sense.
That's a weird concept. That's a weird concept for an episode.
Weird. Oh my god! Like, why?
I related to the cleaning episode, or the cleaning portion of that episode, where Umaru trying to consistently stay clean, but she keeps mixing up, she stopped trying to mix up the DVDs with the game cases.
Yeah,
I do that shit all the time, and I'm always constantly like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should be orderly and neat.
Yeah, you do that all the time, and it's really obnoxious.
I try.
It's just games. Just put them back in their correct order.
I try. Right. Not bad episode overall.
Yeah, it was a good, okay episode. It was just a little, because there's so many side plots, it just felt a little too long, which did not help my hangover at all.
Yeah, I don't think, did the first season do this, or was it just like, I think the first season was either just, each episode was 1 or 2 stories.
Yeah, exactly. That's usually how it went.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm liking the 5 or 6 or whatever stories that they have going on at the same time.
Hopefully they're gonna chill on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on to Blend S.
Yes.
Oh my god! I think this might be is it my episode of the week? I think it might be my episode of the week.
Really? This was a great episode. I found my favorite character now, by the way. Can you guess? Shocker.
Oh wait, is it the really tiny one?
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was a shocker.
Wait. Do I take that back? No. Oh shit, Negima was pretty good too. But yeah, no. I really like this one. It was just very
is not ShoBitch.
We'll get there when we get there. No, this is just really good because it's just another episode. Like I said, it's really just working, but super cute girls. Like that's it, and it gave me what I needed exactly when I needed it.
I think that's the point of it. It's just like it's a show, like I said before in the first episode, like it's going to be a show that's just consistently nice to watch and relaxing and soothing and funny. I forgot what part it was. I love the whole, like, even though she's doing this, like it's funny because it's one joke kind of over and over and over again, like, oh, she's sadistic, but it hasn't gotten tired yet because they keep putting kind of new spins on it.
Exactly, like with the parfait. The parfait. I want the sadistic parfait. First of all, this speaks on like this doesn't even reflect on her. This reflects on like the kind of customer she has. They actually would rather pay like fucking $5 or $6 for a parfait that tastes like garbage, all for a concept.
Everyone is a fucking even the foreigner who just shows up is just like, oh, I'm a masochist too.
Yeah, she's like, sadistic. And I'm like, really?
Which the English wasn't as bad as I thought it would be this time. As soon as they were like, oh, a foreigner, and they're talking English, I was like, well, time to take off these headphones. But it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't unbearable. I forget which. I'm not sure if it was this or another anime where they were speaking English, and it just like I kind of just wanted to slit my throat slowly but surely.
I feel like that was working.
You mean Blind S?
No, well, yeah, whatever.
Working. No, I mean this week.
Oh, this week was it? No,
I don't know. I did one of them where English was really bad, and it's just like
I don't think there was any other English speaking.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to sound xenophobic or anything, but like, if you can't speak it, don't try.
Wow.
Hey, I would say the same thing to anyone who is English trying to speak Japanese. Do you know how many times I've listened to really bad Japanese? Like, just really bad Japanese in dubs and in just, like, real life. Like, I forget there's this one movie of, like, people who are in the forest. And, like, this one girl who apparently was, quote-unquote, Japanese, but my God, she mispronounced every fucking word. Oka-chan. That's what Oka-chan said. I'm getting triggered. I'm not. You get my point.
Was this Jennifer Lawrence in Ghost in the Shell?
You know, that was cute, but if you're gonna make a joke about it, you have to get the actress right. It's
whatever. You know how up to date in pop culture I am.
Not at all. But exactly. Yeah. But Blend S was a very nice episode. The parfait one was really funny. The Yuri ice cream scene was really funny. We find the thing that makes Akizuki very weird. Like they all have like this weird thing about them, and his is the fact that he's really hardcore into Yuri.
Like the whole scene. I'm glad they added some character development to him.
Yeah, the whole scene where they're asking people to like bring their friends, and then it's like no one has friends. That was really funny. You know, the fight scene between Mafuyu and the manager over.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. That was hilarious.
Over the magical girl thing. And they're like rock paper scissors, and she just gut punches him, knocks him out.
And that's why she's my favorite.
Yeah. There's like every little mini scene. Like, I don't know. there's a part of me that's like, I think Umaru is trying to copy off of this thing, but it doesn't work for Umaru. It works for this super well.
Yeah, because it feels seamless. Like I don't like even when they're doing like drastic scene changes, it kind of feels like they're not really. They don't feel too isolated, and also they're just funnier.
Yeah, it's just funnier, so it works with this
I do
better.
think this is. I am liking Blend S more than Umaru if I had to pick one or the other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Any last words?
So was this your episode of the week?
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think you ever cleared it up.
yes.
Oh, okay. All right. No last words. It was a great episode.
Okay.
Let's move on to another great episode this week. UQ Holder Negima 2, episode 2. Which was an interesting episode.
It was a new trap appears.
How many traps are we getting this season?
So I actually watched what was it? That one anime you kept telling me to watch.
Imouto Sae.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm just giving you an example of another trap.
Oh, the brother. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, that's a few traps. And I haven't even watched any of these other shows that probably have traps. This is a season of traps.
Yes. Tokisaka, the vampire hunter, who yet is also immortal.
Everyone's immortal. Just everybody.
Pretty much, but they don't go into it how he's immortal. All Ava says is like there's more than one way to be immortal. So.
Yeah, there's like different types of immortality.
I'm like, you know, this is Negima, and weirder shit has happened. So
yeah, I did love it was a mini action scene, but it kind of fit, and it was actually pretty well done. And I like how it's still keeping the gore intact.
Which one? Do you mean
Oh yeah, there was 2.
Tokisaka fighting Tota at the beginning?
Yeah, I was talking about that one, but also the Ava versus Tota one wasn't bad either.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring.
That was pretty good too.
That was kind of a fight scene as well.
Oh man, there's a lot to talk about in this episode. Let me see. Tota's growing on me. At first, I was kind of like, he's kind of childish, but compared to Negi, but I don't know, like his personality is kind of like infectious, and I like his interactions.
He's just really cool, and he's not like, he's not like those main characters who are like, oh, I'm gonna fight everyone because I'm the main character, and therefore I want to just fight everyone all the time.
He's not obnoxious. He's childish, but he's not like obnoxious. He's not.
Yeah, he's not like you. Fight me! I'm gonna be number 1. Believe it. Fuck you, Naruto.
Exactly. He's not Naruto. He's not angsty like certain other main characters.
Yeah, he's not like oh my god, he's not like Natsu from Fairy Tail. Even though I love Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Yeah, we're not hitting on Natsu here.
Yeah, not at all. I love Natsu, but I'm just saying he's not also like Natsu who's like trying to pick a fight. That's like a really.
Kind of realistic. He feels like this is how somebody his age would probably act.
Exactly. Like if he's just like, I'm just trying to make friends because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
So let's not fight all the time and kill each other, please.
I loved the when Tokisaka was knocked out, and then he just tries to look under his pants to see if he has a penis or not.
Yeah, just stuff like that I appreciate because it's very reflecting, like you said, it's very reflective of his age.
Yeah, and his whole interactions with Ava, not being into her because she's too old, and then not being into her because she's too young.
Yeah, like that's also like something that a kid would say their age, like, oh, you're 20-something, you're way too old for me. Like he's not really thinking about sex too much, and like I actually appreciate that.
Oh yeah, his whole reasoning for spying on her was not even sexual. He was just like, "Oh, I just heard this is what men do."
Guys do exactly. Yeah. Like they really captured like his age very well.
Right. Yeah.
To the point where it's very relatable and like you get it. So I appreciate that. I really love the voice acting for Tokisaka. Whoever is doing that voice acting is doing a really good job. I like the voice. It's not like, even though the whole point, I know Tokisaka is supposed to be a trap, but the voice, it's like just enough where like you can believe this person is like a boy or like a boy, but definitely like feminine, like a very good feminine spin on it as well. It's very well balanced. Cause like every other trap, I must admit, while I like enjoy the whole like thing, it's basically they're just a girl and they talk like girls. They just have to
a stop.
Exactly. But in this case, I feel like the voice, I feel like they paid very close attention and were very deliberate on how Tokisako is gonna sound, as opposed to all the other traps. So I really appreciate that about this episode.
Yeah, there's a good attention to detail in this whole show overall.
Yes. Also, yeah, like you said, everyone is immortal. Apparently, UQ Holder is just full of immortal people. That is, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, the new girl shows up at the end. I'm kind of interested to see what direction it's going to take.
Because you already watched a few chapters, right?
It's already surpassed as far as I've read, so I have no idea what's coming up.
How many chapters did you read?
Like 5.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's ahead of me.
Yeah, it almost makes me want to watch the manga. I mean, read the manga. Excuse me.
Well, I suggest we do it after the season, so I don't want to ruin my.
That way we don't have to. Yeah, no, I get it. All right, let's move on.
Well, there goes the streak of talking about good shows.
Oh, go ahead. Give your insight on this.
All right, this is ShoBitch. I'm not going to read the whole Boku no Kanojo.
Yeah, I just called ShoBitch.
Yeah, ShoBitch. Episode 1. Now, did I think it was a bad episode? No, I thought it was an okay, just average run-of-the-mill episode. It was nowhere near as funny as it could have been. It was nowhere near Blend S or Umaru in terms of quality or hilarity. I don't know, a lot of the jokes just didn't land. Just felt like, the jokes didn't land with me.
They fell flat. They were okay.
They're not creative enough. They're really not creative enough.
I can't hold it in anymore.
Go, rant.
Oh, God. Because, at the beginning, you were so hell-bent on pushing for this anime. Because you were saying, oh my God, it's going to sound funny. Like, it's going to be fucking Serokai Akundomo. And you know what? I'm starting to think it's my fault. Because I keep comparing every anime that's like that to Serokai Akundomo. But the problem is, Serokai Akundomo is one of the best when it comes to this.
Yeah, nothing's ever going to be Serokai. Like, nothing.
Literally, it won't. Like, out of this whole episode, there's only one scene that made me laugh. Like,
which one?
Actually laugh. And that was when she was in the storage room with like the whip and shit. That was the only scene that made me laugh. But my problem is in Serokai Akundomo, that is literally like every other scene.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the pacing. Because in Serokai, it's really fast paced and they're throwing like 100 jokes at you. So even if a couple miss, and they're creative enough that a few will hit, this was like the jokes were really slow. This felt like Umaru. This felt like a bunch of mini scenes put together. Like I was watching 20 different episodes at once.
And all of them stopped.
Yeah, and they were all really slow. So, like slow build-ups to obvious jokes. I'm like, all right, this is going to happen like a minute and a half before. Like you're calling the joke a minute before it happens. So I don't know. It just felt like the pacing was obnoxiously slow. Jokes were bland. A lot of them, most of them just fell flat.
Yeah, this is just like, oh God, it's just so generic. Like that's the one word I could describe this anime as generic as fuck.
It was an extremely generic episode. I will say this: these types of shows are character driven, so the majority of the cast doesn't look like it showed up yet. So I'm holding out hope that, once the rest of the cast shows up, it'll get better. We'll get more variation in the comedy. Like I'll tell you right now, this main girl, I like her because she's cute. She ain't holding up this show by herself.
Yeah, we need more characters. We need better characters. She can't She can't do it by herself because she's like her punch, like it's like her punchline is just like a little too on the nose. It's just a wee bit too on the nose. Like
Right.
it's like
Right.
I think men are interested in nothing but sex. So let me nag you about it every 5 seconds.
I
Let
thought
me do it in
the
a very
childhood
generic
friend
way.
was actually better in terms of like being comedic and I don't know, just better overall.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to next week. I know you're feeling hopeful about it, but I'm just like
I'm hopeful on it because you know what? Anything after a single episode can change. Like I said last week with Ousama Game, and just like this, can we move into
yeah.
Ousama Game?
Huh?
You have anything else to say, or should we move into
Yeah, let's go talk about a much better anime.
Ousama Game? So, just like I said last week, the reason I'm holding out hope for ShoBitchy is because anything can change, and this is my episode of the week. Ousama Game. It fucking changed on a dime, and actually got really fucking good.
I knew it would. I don't
Listen,
know
I
why
was
you
like,
didn't like
I
it.
was
I
iffy on it.
you were
I
being
was iffy
crazy
on
for
it.
some reason.
Listen, it still has its flaws, but this episode was really fucking good. First off, that opening was really fucking good because I'm a sucker for rock and metal.
Yeah, I had no idea why he made me watch it. I was just like,
Because I wanted to talk about how good it was. I'm a sucker for that type of cheesy music, so I love that opening. And then as soon as I heard that opening, I'm like, oh man, is this gonna be good? Is it gonna make up for every sin it committed last week? And it kind of did. Like just seeing it. First off, I like the perspective change where now we're getting, like you mentioned last week, like, oh, if they made a prequel, that'd be cool, whatever. We're getting the prequel within the story. So it's like the way I'm seeing it is like half the episode might be what happened to him, the first time around, and then how that relates to this
First
game.
of all, I definitely called that. I definitely like. Of course, they have to. I was like, I knew they had to refer to like time in the past. So,
but at the pace this was going at, I thought it was going to be like, oh, here's half an episode about the past, and we're never going to reference it again. But no.
That would literally be like a waste of. That literally would just be a waste of such good material. So
yes, I'm glad that they did that. I'm so glad that they did that. And he's so much better in the past. He's actually like, all right, now I can see his character being the way it is, although he still has kind of a few quirks.
Now I see the way he is. That's why I'm just like, I'm just so over you, like shitting on him for last week, and you're like,
no, I'm still shitting on him because he's still inconsistent.
Like, yo, the whole scene, the whole Daisuke scene was so heartbreaking. And so well done.
Yeah, no, that whole portion was amazingly well done, and like I felt horrible. Though I will say, he's kind of inconsistent with what he wants to do. Like first time around in the first episode, he's just like, oh, I was gonna kill us both and whatever. And I just don't want to be in this game anymore. Now this episode, he's kind of like, I got to save everyone at whatever cost. So, but I do still like. I like his past self a lot more than his current self, but I'm holding out hope.
His present self is a broken man, so
yeah, it's a broken man. I get it. It's just not an entertaining broken man.
Sorry,
he's not intriguing.
Let's kill all your classmates and see how entertaining you are.
I don't know. It's not an intriguing. First off, saying people are like. Everyone in the show, I get it because they're paranoid and they're like scared and shit. I don't know. They're to a degree that makes sense that they're irrational, but then sometimes they're just like super irrational to the point where it doesn't make any sense. And also, what's her name is like I don't know if I love her or hate her.
Natsuko.
I don't know how I feel about her.
I'm here for it. I'm here for Natsuko.
No, she just turned from.
She was definitely the little jump that was needed.
Yeah, she was like. Remember when I said last week that this show needs like I was hoping there'd be more of a human murderer or something like that, like a human element instead of just like the supernatural game. So I think Natsuko is going to be that like. I'm going to turn half the class against you and take over and shit.
Wait, no, actually, I would go as far as to think that she's actually the supernatural element
That
added.
she's like the supernatural. Maybe, maybe.
Cause she went fucking psycho. Like,
Yeah,
hello?
that's what I'm saying. Either she's the supernatural element, or she is just psycho. Like she's a
Either way,
psycho bitch. That's just
I
like,
welcome it. I welcome it either
yeah,
way.
she's entertaining as fuck. It's just
Also,
hilarious to see her
I really
swap.
hate, although I kind of really hate the class though.
Yeah, the class is stupid. That was my point. Like the new class is stupid. I like his old classmates, but
Yeah,
his new class kind of sucks. They're a bunch of
like
idiots.
Natsuko literally just almost tried to like rape the guy student after she went crazy. She was like, "Oh, let's fucking go, let's fucking go." And
Yo, I was
skip
waiting for her
to
to
when
break a
after she
beer
tried
bottle.
raping stuff. She fucking what's his face? I can't forget what Nobuaki is like. Hey, guy who almost got raped by her. She is acting a little off, right? And he's like, I'm not saying anything. I'm like,
Yeah,
are you
that shit
kidding
pissed me
me?
off.
Like she actually is gonna force herself on you, even though you were about to rape her as well. But that was a very weird like flow of a scene where he was definitely all about like I don't want to die, so let's have sex. And then the moment she quote unquote changes, he's all like he gets all kind of like intimidated for some reason. I'm like, even though I'm like, isn't this what you wanted? I guess because like her attitude like did like a little 180, so he was like a little like thrown off.
Yeah.
And then of course when Nobuaki tries to call him out on it, he's all like, oh, nothing happened. So I
Yeah.
kind of hope he dies, but I feel like he won't because
I
they're
liked what
gonna
they
have
did at the
sex.
end too, where the end where they show the class picture and it's just like it X's on people who died and tells you how many people. It feels like Danganronpa almost.
Yeah, very Danganronpa.
And then I don't know. I really, you know what? I made up my mind. I like Natsuka. I really like Natsuka because I just feel like she's gonna be such a good villain, and maybe I'm hyping her up too much, but I feel like she's just gonna be like turning the class and doing like this whole psychological warfare on everybody, and I love those
Oh
types of
yeah, like the whole
villains.
scene where she was trying to get the girl to kill Nobuaki. She's like, do it, kill him,
Yeah,
kill him, kill him, kill him.
yeah. I feel like yeah, she's just gonna take control of at least half the class and just fuck this guy so that she doesn't die. Then probably kill him some other time or something. Like she's gonna be, if she's not the supernatural enemy, then she's gonna be just as big a threat as the supernatural part of the game.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but I like it.
It was really fucking good. I'm so glad.
I'm just mad at it's your episode of the week, and I'm just like I'm telling you, Darren, it's not going in the direction that you think it is. Why are you always so wrong when it comes to predicting
Listen,
anime?
I'm great when it comes to predicting. I'm just
Oh, really,
occasionally I'm
really, really?
cautious.
Huh? Really? Because we are about to talk about
Woo!
uh
Fate Apocrypha.
yeah, the thing that you also were probably
No,
the biggest fail on your part in
no,
terms of
no,
guessing.
no, no.
Oh God, it's
Whoa,
gonna
no,
be.
don't shift this onto me. We're still hating on you for sure. Now, let's talk
I
about.
don't care what people think of me, hero. You're still the. I'm talking about you. Literally just predicted like the opposite. Oh, it's gonna be bad, and it's
It's
gonna be
called being
stupid. Da, da,
cautious.
da.
It's called
Next
being cautious.
episode, amazing.
Well, this episode 14,
Mm-hmm.
is, is a mixed bag. I wouldn't call this one amazing.
No, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. The one before was amazing, but
Yeah, yeah. Episode
that
13 was great. This one is a mixed bag. Well, we called it last week with Caster just using his master and killing
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So that wasn't a surprise, but I did like how that scene was done because we got to see Caster's motivations and everything. So we got his character development.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just happened right before he died.
That was so anticlimactic to see. That's like how many anticlimactic deaths are they going to give us within the span of 5 episodes? It was literally just an arrow to the head. Which I get it because he's a caster, he can't fight, but still.
Yeah, it was indeed, as you say, anticlimactic. Um, But he was once again, he was all like, "I just want to make the world's best golem." So
you're all over here fighting for the Grail. I just want to make a golem. He's like, he's just over there playing with Legos while everyone else is fighting.
And and I thought it was like a golem. Like I thought he was just like, "Oh, I'm doing this for science and yada yada yada, and everything's great." Nope, he's just crazy like the rest of them. And he's just like, "Yes, time to wipe out humanity. Ha 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 ha! New world,
new world order." But
yeah.
I will say, let me get the positives out of the way. I loved Ruler this episode because she's kind of bland, and I get why people call her bland, but like 90% of the time she's just bland, regular girl being super serious. But then that 10% of the time she's kind of like sassy and sarcastic and cute. So I think it works well.
Yeah, this whole thing where like we're just trying to like negotiate with her, and she's like, "Hello."
She's like, "I can't really. I'm dying. Can't help." Mordred is great. Ruler was great. I love their interaction with each other.
Yeah.
Ruler in general, her interactions, even with C this episode, where she was like, just grabbed him out of nowhere and like threw him up against a wall. Like, listen, why are you so stubborn right now? Was kind of cute.
Yeah. I don't know why people hate on Joan. I personally like her.
Yeah, she's likable.
She's just a good woman, and like the whole her being bland, like to me that's part of her character, which I can accept because like she's fucking Joan of Arc. Like, what do you want her to be, like a super slut?
I will say she is not neutral. I need to stop this whole fight. She just jumps in every single fight for the stupid. Oh, this you're not wearing a hat.
Almost trying to destroy the universe.
Your hat is not in a
blow up the world.
Grail war. I need to step in and fight you. Listen, no, that's literally his noble phantasm. What do you want? Like, let him use his noble phantasm.
No, first of all, he's not there anymore. He's dead. Him and his master.
So what? His noble phantasm still goes on. It's still around.
Phantasm just go on killing everything. It has nothing to do with the Holy Grail anymore.
Yes, it is. It's killing the other servants.
No, it's not. They could easily just run away and go somewhere else. It's gonna kill everyone.
Listen, Joan. I don't mind that she's jumping in. I just like she's not neutral.
That I won't.
Also, she's also giving.
I won't use it for that reason. That literally the whole point of her is like saying, "Okay, I'm trying to keep this contained. I'm trying to keep this contained into just the Holy Grail War." So when a Cassie's a noble phantasm, which has nothing to do with the Holy Grail, for the sole purpose of wiping out the entire world, how is that not in her job description?
Because it was fighting the other servants. And also, she's giving out a command seal to a master. That's kind of not neutral. Just saying. Listen, she all right. You know what? Fine. She's neutral. You can't say we're doing air quotes. She's neutral, but she is a giant wet blanket on the Grail War. She's just like, no fun allowed. Everyone needs to fight.
That has nothing to do with the Grail War. All the servants could have escaped. They could have just abandoned the mansion and they would have been fine until the golem gets super strong, becomes unkillable, which is why she had to kill them right now, not because they were attacking the other servants. She had to kill them before the reality marble made the golem unkillable. Because at that point, who cares about the Holy Grail War? The golem's going to kill everything.
Listen, she's not neutral. She's a protector of the citizens. There's a difference. I'm just saying she's not.
Okay, I don't.
Imagine if she was in Fuyuki's Grail War. That shit would be. She would have like killed Kiritsugu. Like, oh my god, you're attacking masters. That's it. Nope.
You can attack masters. That's fine. She probably would have killed Blackbeard's
she would have been
monster, maybe. I mean, not Blackbeard, Bluebeard's monster.
Oh god, she would have stepped in all over the place.
All right.
Stop Kiritsugu from.
I'm trying to destroy the world so we can actually have a Holy Grail War.
Listen, that's disadvantageous to servants that need to do things. Like, oh, so a caster is not supposed to use his noble phantasm because it hurts other people. Like, that's not his problem. That's his noble phantasm. What if my noble phantasm was like, I don't know, fucking, I spread a toxic mist that just kills everything, and I have no control over it. Why? I'm not allowed to use my noble phantasm?
You
That's
can
not
use
fair.
it, but like the golem was out of control and just going to kill everything. Like that's literally was its point. Kill everything and make a reality marvel. Like yeah, like no, I'm sorry, you can't use it this time. She acted well within her responsibilities.
Wasn't breaking any rules.
What?
It wasn't breaking any rules.
It was. It had nothing to do with the Holy Grail War. Therefore, I had to go. And it's going to destroy the world!
You're such an apologist for June.
You know, I will defend her because you are just being...
I like her. I'm just saying she's not neutral. That's it.
I love how we have this argument. In any other case, maybe in other cases, maybe, you know, every other case where she saves, you know, people from getting killed. She saved the village from getting killed from Berserker's attack. The village, not the servants. And then she's now saved this golem from literally just wiping out the entire fucking world. But for who the golem doesn't have a will of its own, has no intention of participating in the Holy Grail War, but whatever, not neutral. She's just doing her fucking job.
Yeah, she is. Whatever. Her job is to be a wet blanket.
Okay, that's fine. I won't even hope that for you because that wish would imply you dying.
Anyway, my bigger problem with it, besides Joan, that was just for comedic effect. I really don't give a fuck if Joan interferes more. But my bigger problem is actually the fights in this anime are just the best fight in this show are the ones that feel like the Fate Stay Night fights, like when Mordred versus Jack and Chiron, Vlad versus Karna, those type of fights, Chiron versus Achilles. But all these random giant monster fights where everybody has to team up to fight a giant monster, it doesn't feel Fate to me. It feels like generic action.
When was another time that they did that? Refresh my memory.
Spartacus, kind of sort of for Vlad too, when Vlad became monstrous. So I don't know. I just don't like the direction when it's like, oh well, now we got to become a power team to fight one enemy and like do a little shonen thing, and then throw energy beams at each. Like I don't know. I just feel like there's too much of that in this. Like I just want to see straight up fights and duels. And yeah, you can have big fights with like 3 people fighting each other or 4 people fighting each other without it feeling like everyone team up to fight this one guy and draw all these energy. Like it gets silly. Like Siegfried and Mordred were like fucking combining their noble phantasms. It feels silly.
It felt silly, but it looked nice.
It did look nice, but it doesn't feel Fate to me. It feels like I'm watching Bleach or something and they're all on the same side. I don't know. Like part of Fate is just I like the intrigue and the like that's a huge part of it. The intrigue, the fact that everyone's not supposed to be on the same side and they all have individual motivations. So just having everyone team up to fight big bad monster of the week just feels doesn't feel Fate. It just doesn't.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that almost has to, like, you have to take the good with the bad in the sense that, like, because of the whole smorgasbord with everyone's, like, shifting towards different alliances every 5 seconds, like, I don't know, to almost show, like, they're trying to really hard to, like, push that narrative of, oh, we're all just mixing up sides at this point, da-da-da-da, and they show it by, I think, you know, the most effective way to show this is by having these giant monster fights. I know, I'm pretty neutral about it, only because it's something very new, and I appreciate it, and in my mind, they've had plenty on, like, servant on these servant fights, so...
It hasn't been in a while since Vlad and Karna.
Yeah,
I feel like eventually. I just don't want it to be
like 9 whole episodes.
I don't want it to be like instead of fighting Semiramis one-on-one, she's gonna summon a giant demon to fight. Like that kind of stuff is just annoying. Or Shakespeare doesn't fight.
Yeah, if they do stuff like that over and over and over again, then yeah, I agree. But but I think they just need a break from fighting each other, in my opinion.
I mean, they did it, like, they usually do it once. Like, they did it once with Bluebeard and Fate Zero. And I feel like they did it in Fate Stay Night. Did they? Did they have a big bad? I don't know, maybe not. Either way.
No, the only big bad was
I guess kind of with her.
Was the corrupt grail.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, they've done it like 2 to 3 times already, so I don't know. I just want to see the servants fight each other. Like, if Jack turns into a giant, I don't know. The only one I can see doing something now like that would be either Shakespeare or Semiramis, but
yeah, I'm not too crazy about, like, to me that's not a huge problem because there's 9, like I said, there's 9 whole episodes, and I feel like this whole anime is just like this whole Fate series is just so different from the others. It's because there's 14 of them, so I feel like this kind of thing would only happen once because there would only be like 7 servants as opposed to like 14.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It does feel different. I mean, like, there's sometimes where it does feel like, oh, this is Fate. Like, during the whole fight with Jack and Chiron and all that stuff. But then there's other times where it just doesn't feel Fate to me. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, we'll see what direction they take next week. Next week, I can't imagine there's going to be any fighting, really. I think starting next week, they're going to do like the whole recuperation.
Probably, yeah. I feel like they're going to do ally, like, taking sides and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see the after credit scene for this?
No? Question mark.
It was essentially Mordred's master teaming up with Chiron and Wheelchair Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that leads me to believe that next week is just going to be, hey, this is Mordred. Mordred, say hi to Chiron. And then Mordred,
like, we already met.
Yeah. Just chops his head off. Super anticlimactic death number 7.
Anticlimactic death. I also like whatchamacallit. I like that Tsugo also hints at that he might have an ulterior motive for the Grail War. Like, I'm not sure if you caught that or not. Like, the way they were just talking, I forget what he said. Basically, he just made like an offhanded comment about like everyone here who's fighting. We have our own, reasons for participating in this war, and I feel like that included himself. And specifically, he talked about the Grail. I think we all have our reasons for winning the war and getting the Grail. And I think he implied himself in that statement as well.
Well, that makes sense. It fits with him not wanting to team up with Shiro in, the first or second episode.
Yeah. But yeah. It's a good episode. Can't wait for this week's when I'm finally
this week's episode. Probably already subbed that.
Let's see. We have a little bit of time. I know that I'm doing this really like impromptu and off the cuff. But I just want to take the time out because we have a little bit of time left. I did want to just talk about a little bit by the anime that Silver Knee keeps like harassing me to watch. The Imouto Sae.
Bonus anime.
Oh yeah, bonus. I only saw 1 episode. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really feeling it. I think that's because like I'm kind of over the whole little sister thing. Like, I don't know, in my mind, I've just been watching too many animes that like revolve around it, and like this anime in particular just goes in like super hard. He's like, everything's little sister, rah, 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 rah. I admit
but he doesn't even. There is no little sister though.
There is no little sister, which is that's the funny part that also like is also annoying. Like, you're still gonna make it all about little sisters when no one is actually a little sister. Like, why? Also, I don't know, that girl who's saying all the pervy stuff. It's not as funny only because she's like a grown woman.
Well, she's not. She's like 18.
That's still a woman in Japan. She can't
She's
drink,
not
but
21.
she's definitely not Megumin either. It was
I don't
funnier
think that
because
takes
Megumin
away
was
from
like
her
a little
being.
girl saying like all this crazy shit.
I don't think that's the main. Like, it's still funny to see her just being so vulgar. Like, grown women or not, I don't think grown women in Japan are just walking around talking about dicks all the time. So it's still out of place, I think.
It is, but it's not so much that like maybe as an
kid.
American who like this for me that kind of language is like
First off, you love Sentai, and they're roughly the same age as her. They're all like 16. I think you're overthinking the comedy in this.
No, but there's only one of her who's doing it, so it's like it's not as impactful. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're just all normal people here," and then there's this guy behind the little.
You should watch the second episode anyway, because
then she. Don't get me wrong, she is an entertaining one, but she's like the only one who's like being like, "Oh my god, yeah, fuck me," like. And besides, I like. The stuff that she says isn't too bad. Like she just called the guy man whore. She's like, "Oh my god, have sex with me. Let's have a hot, passionate night."
See, now I feel like I should blame myself.
They're like, "Oh, so how do you feel about fucking in the ass?" Like that's a shit that I would love to hear. And
she says similar shit to that.
No, a lot of her stuff is very like. It's very implied that's sexual.
She literally says, "I want her dick," and wanted her to what's his face. So I don't know. I think like you're either I got you too hyped for it, and you just every time I hype you for anything, you're just like, "Nope, this sucks now," or
I don't know. It was just very okay. I'm not sure if this is the hangover talking. Maybe I know another one when I'm like
watch the second episode when you're not super hypercritical and hungover.
I don't know. It's just like I watched like basically.
Plus, I like the romance element at the end. You can't say that the end part wasn't good. The end scene.
Isn't that like when he reads her book?
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. It wasn't like, but I don't know. I just maybe because I didn't. Like I expected too much from what you said. I definitely, like you just overhyped it.
I can't just recommend it.
And it's not that it was bad. It just went in another direction that I was expecting. And I like, unfortunately, that direction I wasn't exactly looking for. Like for example, this anime is a lot smarter than I would assume it would have been. It's a lot smarter.
This is not sex jokes. This is not Sentai. It just so happens to be.
When I woke up hungover, I was like, I'm okay. I'm going to watch something that I don't have to focus too much on. I don't have to laugh.
No. You have to focus on the show.
And yeah, this wasn't it at all. Like that whole scene where they're like, talking about like that whole game, the turtle soup game. So that was really fun. That was like a really fun part, but like I'm not trying to use my head too much when I'm like
this is equal parts comedy and drama, I would say. Like you do have to pay attention to the characters, and they're actually well developed characters. Like especially episode 2 has really well developed characters that go really in depth. I'm telling you now, so you don't think it's a comedy episode. There are funny parts in episode 2 though, but for the most part, the episodes are kind of like half funny and then half kind of drama serious, but it's not overly dramatic. I'm just saying, it's a good show.
We'll see how I feel tomorrow. I'm probably gonna watch it tomorrow just to make sure, like, I'm completely fresh-eyed, and just like, I'm ready. I'm coming into a whole new attitude, and hopefully I'll like it then.
Okay, are we done?
Yeah, no, that's it.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. Anything you want to say?
I'm really looking forward to this season. Lots of things are being shaken up and changing. I hope maybe the way Soroni feels about Ousama Game is maybe what's going to happen to ShoBitch.
I think so. I think once the cast gets rolling, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Fuck it.
Yeah, because last time you did, I
This
was all
show's gonna
for
suck. Everyone's gonna
anime.
hate it. It's gonna be garbage. Don't even have any expectations for it.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what you need to say.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Soberoni,
Doobie doo desu.
and we will see you next week. Later.
Bye.